Hi there, so a while ago I published this tutorial on how to automatically post to social media channels whenever you would publish a new product in your Etsy store. And this automation includes a special link that reduces the Etsy fee by 4% whenever somebody makes a purchase after clicking that link. And one of the first questions under this video was, great that this works for new products, but what about all the hundreds of products that I already have in my store? Can I automatically post about them also with that special link? And yes, it's possible, and I'm going to show you how, and you can recreate it if you want, but if that's too complicated for you or just don't want to bother with it, I'd be happy to set this up for you as well. There's a link under the video and in the first comment to reach me. And also, I'm probably going to improve a few things of this scenario, so if you want to stay up to date, please consider subscribing. I've also linked a free newsletter that you can subscribe to be updated whenever there's a new version coming out. Thanks. All right, so how do we post about all the products that are already existing in your shop? There's a two-part automation on how to do this. The first one is this. And what this does is it goes into your Etsy shop and it pulls in all the data for all the products that you have into an Airtable, which is basically an Excel table living in the cloud. So this is what this then looks like. There is a link to the product in your shop. There's a little description. And what we're going to do with this table is we're going to use it as a social media scheduling tool, because a second automation will go into that table, pull one product from it, and then post that to Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Threads even if you want. So there's a whole bunch of options that you can use. All right, so let's look at the first automation and what it does. Ideally, it only needs to run once, because what it does is it connects to your Etsy shop and just pulls all the listings that you have in there. So I've given it a limit of 10, but you probably have hundreds of products in there. That's no problem. And the second thing it does is it writes into that Airtable that we just saw, and it writes the listing ID, it writes the created timestamp when you created that product in your Etsy shop. It pulls in the URL from the listing and the product title. It could also pull in the price and all sorts of things. I'm thinking that it might also be useful for a bulk edit of your shops inside of your Etsy store. But again, subscribe to the channel or my newsletter if you want to find out more about that. I'm still working on a few ideas here. All right, so we hit run once and it should fill up this Airtable with all the products that you have in your store. And the second part is basically just as simple for me, at least, because I've done this a couple of times now. What it does is it goes into the Airtable and it pulls in one result from it. And this can happen like once a day, twice a day. Don't overdo it, but it can happen as often as you want, basically. Now, the second step is going to pull the full listing information for one product from your Etsy store by just looking up the listing ID that we got from the Airtable. And most importantly, it's going to get the full product description from Etsy, because we're going to use the full product description to create Pinterest titles, captions, Instagram captions, Facebook captions, whatever texts you need with the help of OpenAI. And once the captions are done, all that's left to do is to post everything to Pinterest or all the other social channels. And this can easily happen in the form of multi-image posts. So if you can create pins with several of your image products, you can create Instagram carousel posts, Facebook posts with multiple images and so on. I've made another video on how to do just this, which I'm going to link after that. All right, and this is my quick and easy way on how you can post about every single product that you have in your Etsy store to every social media channel out there as often as you want, using that special link that reduces the fees whenever somebody purchases clicking that link. Again, if you have any questions about this, please get in touch with me. I'd be happy to set that up for you. And I'd kindly invite you to give this a like or subscribe to my newsletter. Thanks. Bye-bye.